Welcome to my video, guys. I can get a little bit of air flowing. I'm leaving my house at Leech Royale, North Carolina, and I'm here to talk to you guys about how to get a good deal on a Yamaha MT-07. But first, let me lean a little bit. Get a little bit of lean going on. Gotta watch out, these bastards have been mowing the grass and blowing the clippings out in the road. Ooh, got squirrely. Why did I get squirrely? Is that online? I might have been online. So guys, the MT-07 is a very highly demanded motorcycle. This bike for me is probably one of the best motorcycles out there for the money. I love my bike more than anything. Why are we doing what we're doing right now? I love this bike a lot. It's probably my favorite motorcycle I've ever had, and that is to include a Ducati Panigale. This one is just better. It's just better in a lot of ways. It's just a lot more fun in just about every way a bike can be fun. Happy about it. I'm really happy about this decision to buy this bike versus anything else, versus not being a rider at all, which was kind of where I was at. I wasn't riding for a long time, and I decided that I just missed it enough where I needed to get a new bike. So I didn't ride from about June of last year to about January, so about 6 months off. I mistook what my body was telling me to do, which was like get out of super bikes and get something comfortable. And I've been really happy ever since I've gotten out of super bikes. And it has a lot to do with the whole MT series in general. The fact that they're comfortable, they're upright, they're fun, they sound great, they sound like a big bike. I love it. I love this bike so much. I digress. It's not about how much I like this bike. It's about how to get a good price on this bike is what I'm supposed to be talking about. How do you get a good deal on this bike? So my big secret on how to get a good deal on a motorcycle in the year of our Lord 2024 is you got to get a non-current bike. You got to get a leftover stock bike. A lot of people don't know this trick, and I don't know why people don't know this trick. It's probably one of the best ones in the book. So there are specific times where buying a motorcycle is intelligent because you get a good deal, and it's typically during off season, and it's typically when bikes are leftover stock. So all dealerships are more apt to make deals with you when you're on off season. So, you know, your spring leading into summertime is the worst time to buy a motorcycle. Your dead of winter can be some of the best times to buy a motorcycle because there's no business. Nobody's thinking about motorcycles when it's like, you know, snowing outside. Nobody wants to go buy one, at least. We're all just sitting here pining, wish we were riding, but nobody's thinking about buying a motorcycle when Santa Claus is coming. You know, it's just like there's ice on the road, there's salt on the road. We're not gonna go ride during that crap. So what do? We sit inside, we have some other hobbies. The very best time, and if you're a dealer and you know better, leave me a comment down below, but the very best time to buy a motorcycle is almost always in the winter time. I found that Italian and generally just European dealerships will actually deal with you and give you better deals in general. They have more margin than Japanese dealerships. These guys are kind of more or less like, you know, the price is the price with a lot of Japanese bikes. You can't really do much about it. My biggest tip for getting a good deal is buy during the winter time and buy a leftover stock motorcycle. I typically try to buy a bike for the next upcoming season between about January and February. Why is that? Well, the dealerships are dead during those times and they're dying to make any money. They will treat you like a prince or princess, in my case princess, and they'll give you a good deal. They'll work with you. They'll you know, make sure that all the rebates are hit, and they're there to really just kind of get your money because they're struggling, because it's the lean times for them. So this bike is technically a 2023, but it just got to the dealership at the end of 2023, and it's essentially a 2024 motorcycle. It was just on the showroom floor for a few months. What they did to move it is they put this full carbon Acropovic exhaust on it, and then they marked it down to $7,300. If you guys have been pricing out MT-07s, have you been just looking at motorcycles in general, $7,300 is an amazing deal for a motorcycle. It's an amazing deal for a motorcycle in the times that we're in right now, in the, you know, the crazy, crappy economy. And I don't care, we're not talking about politics here. You know, I don't care who you voted for or whatever, but we are in a terrible economy due to bad decisions being made. And honestly, like, you know, nobody's willing to make a deal with you, and interest rates are sky high. You need to capitalize on the deals when you can. And honestly, the best way to do that is to buy a non-current bike during winter time. That's the best tip that I have. That is the best tips that I have right there, combined into one perfect tip storm. Buy during the winter, buy a non-current bike. I've done this a few times. So back in my superbike days, I went from a Ninja 300 to a Honda CBR 600 RR. The first one I bought was a 2014, and I spent, I don't even know how much, And then I found the one that I actually wanted. After that one got totaled through no fault of my own, actually no fault of my own, you know, I found the one that I actually wanted, and it was actually leftover stock, and I saved $1,000. Saved $1,000 by just waiting a few months. And ever since that point, I've always tried to buy non-current motorcycles. Non-current motorcycles are the way to go. Leftover stock, brand new leftover stock is the way to go. Everybody likes to go about 500, which is what we're doing right now, 51 and a 55. Just hanging out. This person's got nowhere better to be than just be hanging out on 98, going under the speed limit. I think there's some subtle enforcement that will be coming their way whenever I get a passing zone. Oh, subtle enforcement? Like, I don't understand why these guys go so damn slow on this road. Like, it just hit 45. This guy's going 51 miles an hour. That was definitely 55. Generally with motorcycle manufacturers, when it comes down to it, the difference between model years are typically not that much. Every once in a while, you'll get a motorcycle that, like, gets completely overhauled. I'm not talking about you, Honda. You guys build the same bikes every year, year after year, sometimes decade after decade. Calling a spade here, guys. You know, sometimes you want the new. Sometimes you just want the new. You make the money and you want the best of the best. And I get it, boo-boo. But if you just dial it back, a lot of times if a bike's just made 6 months before the last bike, 6 months before the bike that you're looking at, you can save a substantial amount of money. And, you know, in my case, I think a brand new 2024 MT-07 was going for like $80, $100. Sticker price on the floor. This bike was going for $73. So we're talking about almost $1,000 off just for having a bike that's a little bit older. And, you know, there's some positives and negatives to that. Like, you know, if you like to flip bikes, if you like to, okay, next year I'm going to sell this bike, you know, you're already kind of taking some depreciation because this bike is worth less than a 2024. And, you know, when the year rolls over, you're going to be taking a little bit more depreciation. But, like, if you're like me and this is your daily driver, right now I think I have somewhere around 6,000 miles on this thing, 1,099 miles on this thing. I'm cramming the miles on this thing. I want to keep it for a long time. There really is no sense at actually, like, you know, flipping this bike, because I just want to keep this bike for, you know, until the wheels fall off, and, you know, and then I'll probably replace it and fall those wheels off too. You gotta love the weekend riders, the dentist on the Harleys, gentle Harley riders. Yeah, I'm a dentist during the week, but I'm a biker on the weekends. They do like the down wave. The down wave is the gayest thing ever. This I don't know what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? Does this mean I finger my boyfriend with 2 fingers? Like, I don't know, 2 fingers. You know, next up they're gonna be doing this, you know, and then next that, you know, that's the progression. I don't hate the Harley riders, I hate the bikes. I hate the bikes and I hate the culture. Harley, yesterday's technology for tomorrow's prices. If you got $30,000 burning a hole in your pocket and you want a shitty motorcycle, get a Harley. Honestly, like, if you spent $30,000 on a freaking, like, Japanese bike, you'd have the best thing ever. It'd have all the bells and whistles, it would have next-gen technology on it, and, you know what, you'd have a fantastic motorcycle that would last you forever and never break down. You spend $30,000 on a Harley, you get, like, a run-of-the-mill Softail. Like, it's insane. It's literally insane. I would never do it. I might buy, like, an old used rat rod kind of style Harley, that's fine, but, like, a new off the showroom or Harley? No, never. I need to figure something out there. Rear brake's acting weird. I don't know what is going on with this thing. I need to do some brake work. I did some stupid things with my brakes, just grabbing way too much brakes, and I think I might have warped my rotor, so there might be a little bit more Paramoto Garage happening sometime soon. Want to see an idiot working on a motorcycle, you know, tune in. So how are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I went skydiving today. I just hit 17 skydives this year. Learning how to fly myself, learning how to fly a canopy, and you know what, honestly, working towards my my first skydive license, which is the good old A. Super fun. If you guys want to talk skydiving, leave me a comment down below. I love talking skydiving. I talk people's ears off about it. I really wish I would have found skydiving earlier in my life, to be honest with you. There's so much cool shit you could do with it. Like, not only just the skydiving, like, I've seen people, like, they end up finding some sort of niche, some sort of way to make money. They're like, you know, they're coaches or instructors, or like, you know, they're a packer or a rigger. He's gonna get a subtle enforcement pass considering he's in a big damn truck. I get it. Some of these guys out here, they just have a big damn truck to pull big damn trailers, and you know what? They're not in a little crappy car going 10 under. Yeah, I'm skydiving a lot this year. It's been a lot of fun. It's been really hard. You would think just yeeting out of an airplane would be easy, which I guess technically it would be easy. Just take a step, take that one extra step out of the plane, and you're skydiving. But actually flying yourself is actually really difficult. We did swoop and docks today, so like my instructor came down here and I was up here and I was supposed to go like that with him, and I did. I did it first try without much of a problem. My instructor, of course, probably helped me out. I mean, I'm not amazing by any means. I'm sky trash. I lovingly refer to myself as sky trash, but you know, it's been super fun. It's been really difficult, but super fun. My favorite is just diving headfirst out of an airplane. Is just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. The funny thing is, skydiving with all of its redundancies is so safe that this is actually more dangerous than skydiving. Just riding a motorcycle down the road, something I do every single day of my life because I'm a daily rider on this thing, you know, is more dangerous than skydiving, which I think is ridiculous. So I'm sure there's plenty of people on here that may work at a dealership, may have bought more motorcycles than I have. Let's see, I'm on, I got my 400, my 2 CBRs, my Ducati, sprinkled in there, WR, 250X, Harley, MT-07. I'm on 7 motorcycles that I bought roughly brand new. Most of them I bought brand new, a couple used ones, but yeah, I've gone through the dealership process multiple times. If you work at a dealership, you watch this channel, you want to just like throw some like sage advice at me, like how to save money, you know, you want to throw a little bit more tips and tricks, throw them in the comments down below. I would love to talk to you about it. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Just a quick little tip video, how to save roughly about $1,000 on your bike purchase, make things a little bit easier. It takes patience, and you got to do some shopping. These bikes don't just jump out at you. You do have to do some shopping, but they're out there. You can get them. I've done it multiple times now, and it works out really well. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.